Hey guys, welcome back to our 2-Minute Tuesday. On this 2-Minute Tuesday, we're going to be talking about de-icing and anti-icing. De-icing and anti-icing is probably something that you're not going to see as a student pilot, especially flying here in Miami. And in small airplanes, you definitely don't want to be flying around in icing conditions. But when you fly bigger jets, you're definitely going to have to deal with de-icing and anti-icing. The first thing we do to determine which fluids we're going to use is do a pre-flight inspection on the aircraft. During the walk around, we're looking under the wings, we're looking over the wings, on the tail, body, and fuselage for any contaminations of ice or snow, slush, whatever it is on the aircraft. If we do find any contaminants, we will then proceed with the de-icing. We choose whether we're going to use de-icing fluid and anti-icing fluid depending on the conditions outside. If it is still snowing, if there's still the possibility that we're going to get contaminants against on the wing, then we're going to go ahead and use anti-icing and de-icing fluid. First, the application of the de-icing fluid. The de-icing fluid goes and removes all contaminants off the airplane. It basically gives you a brand new clean airplane. If conditions exist that it will be creating more ice, then we put in the anti-icing fluid. And the anti-icing fluid is kind of like an insurance. We use something called holdover times or hot times. And these times are created for a specific fluid and depending on the specific conditions on that field. We'd use this table by using the temperature and the conditions that are reported on the ATIS or that we observe outside, and determine our hot time, our holdover time, which can be, depending on the fluid, about an hour or so. It's important to know that this time, though, starts once the aircraft begins the anti-icing process. And it usually starts in the captain window and it goes around the aircraft and it finishes in the first officer window. The reason they do that is because if it starts on the captain's side, by the time that they come around the airplane, if the captain's side has failed, the fluid has failed, we have to restart it all over again. And I've actually been in conditions where that's happened. We have to restart our anti-icing and our de-icing all over again, and it could be a real pain because you just have to start all over from the beginning. In aviation, safety is the #1 rule, so it's important to always check your aircraft for contaminations, and you definitely don't want to take off in an airplane that's contaminated. There's been many accidents, fatal accidents, where airplanes have tried to take off with contaminated wings, tails, fuselage, and they have ended up in an accident. So it's very important that you guys go and do these walkarounds. And I know it's a pain to do this whole de-icing and anti-icing, but we just have to do it as a pilot. It's our responsibility to take off with a clean airplane. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this insight on anti-icing and de-icing. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next week.